You know Shilletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shilletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shilletta Brundage founded Shilletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African American subject experts at ShillettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShillettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast quality commercial content. And Shilletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shilletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShillettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These jet-setting divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hey, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies, what's going on in the world of travel?
Ooh, a lot is going on. Tell us about it, Jeanette.
Yeah.
What have you seen this week?
So I saw that it seems like the air traffic controllers are still not going in because in the TSA too because of the shutdown. So what are you seeing, Beth? Are you seeing that there's delays? Tina, are you? It
No.
seems like they're just. You know,
I've been flying on regular scheduled. I haven't had any delays.
There's delays.
But I did see
where those delays are.
Dallas.
Yeah, I did see that there are delays. Like this morning for 7 hours, there was a 7-hour wait at TSA at Atlanta airport. So it is impacting. I mean, over the weekend, we saw that the California airport was closed because they didn't even have TSA to even, actually occupy the space. So the airport had to close. So I know that's a financial impact without having anyone at, TSA because, security is key. You can't just get on the plane. So I think throughout a lot of the different airports, you're seeing different things. But, as I've kind of was my thoughts, I've said before, is they still need to come to work, understanding that you're not getting paid, and they will get paid. But you don't have any leverage if you just didn't show up. They have right to fire you. They have right to let you go. So there are other alternatives that are happening for people to accommodate not being paid. Like you're talking about the food pantry.
But the thing about it, in the meantime, that since they're not getting paid, I did see one man. He's an air traffic controller, and people are getting desperate now because this has been going on for about a month now, with people not getting paid.
Yeah.
And I saw this one air traffic controller, and people getting so desperate now to where this man is doing DoorDash in the evening.
Yep.
Just to try to survive.
Yeah,
so this is where people are at right now. So it's people,
looking
people,
into.
and I mean, even on one of our last podcasts, we had one of the TSA workers. They came on and they expressed to us that they have daycare to pay for. People are calling in sick and they want to come in and do their jobs, but I mean, we can even understand that how somebody who wants to come in and work and you're not getting paid. I mean,
exactly.
and you may know, okay, eventually I'm going to get paid, but just to be out there working every day and you're not getting paid.
But what else do you? I mean, what else do you do? I understand. They don't qualify for SNAP because they have a job. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. So a lot of the benefits
going away.
And SNAP is going away. And not to say they didn't plan.
What is that? What do you all feel about that? SNAP ends for millions of people on Saturday, and Thanksgiving is next month.
Yeah, and you think about college
And
students. I mean,
we're talking about traveling, but
SNAP
people aren't even going to be able to eat.
SNAP benefits a lot of different people. So, I know it's for the flight, but you got to think about, we got kids in college. That is
Yeah.
also an alternative for how they get, food, there all these other food insecurities, young children, elderly people. So, it's just a cluster of just really bad events that are going on right now, because they're not getting
So
paid
the
and no food is coming in.
so the community is going to have to reach out and help these people and help them eat, because
Yeah.
they're not going to be able to have food.
But that's
Like
is it.
the
No.
I don't know if
community,
y'all
these
looked at
food
your email,
pantries are going to be overwhelmed.
but if you've looked at your emails and everything, because I used to, during COVID, contribute to North Texas Food Bank. They are begging, they're asking, they want to fully stock everything for
Right.
these upcoming
Because
weeks.
they're going to have a lot of people
Yeah,
asking for food.
yeah. I mean, and
A
this is
So,
lot.
this is
there was a place on the news today, and I got the information because I wanted to share with our listeners. It's a food bank in Mesquite, Texas. And a lot of what I saw online today was that, and I saw it throughout this week, there were some of the airports. There was one in Cleveland, there was one in Philadelphia, but there wasn't any here in DFW area. They were setting up pantries at the airports
at the
for
airport.
furloughed workers
Yeah,
to where they could come there and get food. But this is one that was here in Dallas where you could get online. It's sharing.life.pantry,
mm-hmm.
and it's a food bank in Mesquite, Texas, sharing.life.pantry. You can go online and register there, and they'll give you a box of food, and you can just register 2 times a day. You can go by and you don't even have to get out the car. You can just pick up a
Yeah,
box of food from this pantry,
yeah,
sharing.life.pantry,
yeah.
and
I
we'll
mean,
put it on our social media so people
yeah.
can go by and pick up food from there.
But and all over the country and in many communities, a lot of people just don't know food banks are a source, and food banks are, like, here in Texas, a lot of the sponsors are like the HEBs and the large grocery stores, and a lot of the food places like Panera and things like of those sort. So when you're in, I don't care what state you're in, we could talk about what's going on in Texas, but any state, you look up food bank and you find the closest food bank near you. They have a lot of them that are privately owned, and they have some that are more public, that are funded heavily. I mean, people are going to have to, use their resources now, because, they want
But
to help.
that's the thing. You know what? A lot of people don't know where to look.
They
They
don't know
don't
where
know
to
No, they
what
look.
to
don't.
do. They don't know. They don't have anybody to help them. They don't have
Mhm.
like the younger generation in their family to help them. So they just do without. And it's sad. It really is
Yeah.
sad. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think about the people, the elderly. They used to Meals on Wheels and a lot of these different places that are just dropping off food to them, or being able to have food available for them at least one meal a day. I don't know if it's a community center or a civic center. We used to have it at the church and different places like that
Yeah.
that would be able to go out and serve the community. But this is an overwhelm. You think 42 million people working for the government are not getting a check right now? And I don't know if everybody live paycheck to paycheck, or if they even have any type of savings and things of that sort. But most people, a lot of that stuff goes into their 401k or retirement, or things that you can't
Hmm.
even touch. So having some tangible resources that are available, maybe they have a month, maybe they have 2 months. You would hope. But this is a time where you got to start thinking, I need to make sure I got, at least a month survival in the bank, because this is
Right.
crazy.
That's what they said they're doing. There's some of the one man said he's doing DoorDash. He said too he went to his retirement. He had to pull some money out of his retirement. It's almost like it's the perfect storm. Then you've got these people who are on SNAP, their SNAP benefits in on Saturday. So that's like 42 million people. I mean, I think it's even more than that, maybe like 80 million people who SNAP benefits in on Saturday. And then you've got like a million people who've been laid off this year.
Yeah,
So you've got all
Yeah.
these people
way
who've
more
been
than
laid off.
that.
Amazon, what did they say? 14,000 people this week. Ford,
Yeah.
GM's doing a
Yeah.
big layoff,
Yeah.
Target,
I mean, yeah,
Walmart.
it's a perfect storm that's going on now. But when we think about, the people in the travel industry and how it's impacting them, it doesn't impact a lot of people, maybe like, certain airlines or certain groups, but it is impacting people. It is impacting, customers, and who wants to, be sitting at a station waiting for people going on some fun vacation, and they can't pay their daycare, or they can't buy a kid a costume for Halloween, or I've been hearing just the stories, and it does make you say, what can we do? It's not what our community do. What can we, Jet Set and Divas, what can we do,
Yeah,
to help in this instance where, you know I don't know if it's, passing out food at the food bank,
yeah,
or doing something, other than, looking to the community or working with the community also, because I think this is
yeah.
our opportunity, actually.
It is. And the food banks are saying now that they really need, and this is definitely something that we can do, is try to get together and take something to the food bank. And they're saying that they need people to bring food that they would eat, because they said they're getting real thin, because for the past month that people have been going and go.
Yeah.
And again, it's the perfect storm. So many people have been laid off. Every week, there's more and more people being laid off. Then the people are now being furloughed, and then I mean, it's just kind of a bad situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
sad.
I don't know if we can go to our grocery stores, or, maybe be a vehicle to, say, hey, Kroger's, and Safeway, or, and, all of the different stores, Sprouts, can we help deliver, or, do some type of drive, as opposed to going to the food bank, being able to partner with the grocery store. So I definitely know we have some sponsors here on Shaletta Makes Me Laugh, and, some other places, and see if we can, do something
Yeah,
for the community, or, or a donation, hey, just, maybe monetary donation, so the food bank can
yeah.
buy those supplies that they need, because I definitely see that there's a need, and it's only
Hmm.
going to get worse, like you said. The
Oh, it is going to get, especially
Thanksgiving
with
is
Thanksgiving
coming,
coming up.
and,
Yeah,
and
and then the snap ending. Yeah, it's going to get really bad.
but do you not travel? Do you, hey, what do you do as a travel,
Well, you got
connoisseur?
to cut back.
Yeah.
So that's what we are doing. So, I got a big birthday coming up, and I really wanted to do I've got a 50th birthday coming up, and I wanted to do a really, really big trip. And I'm not doing a big trip. I've scaled it back. And,
Mhm.
and you all know it's really a scaled back trip. It's really very economical. I mean, it's very economical. I'm making it sure that, and, I even sent out the cost to you all this week, and I'm keeping it very, and I'm keeping in mind that we are in a in what I consider to almost be a recession.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at everything. And so I'm just changing up everything the way that I'm doing and moving in this type of economy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and we have to be, and
that's
we
what
have
I'm
to also
personally
be
doing.
cognizant of people watching people travel. If you're going to different places, especially state to state, and people are, they don't have the resources. They always say desperate times lead to desperate measure. People are getting robbed. People are being, people, I mean, even down to, people walking up, taking purses, taking, just, mugging people. We hadn't seen that in a long time. People going out shopping. If I don't have money, and someone, you can't be walking out with bags. They're stealing your bags when you're walking out of the grocery store. I mean, it's also a security measure right now too. You got to be
No, they
diligent
they
on
said
who's around
this
you.
weekend. So they said we don't, even in fact this weekend they're saying that you should get prepared. Maybe maybe this, because SNAP benefits end on Saturday. So I'm thinking that I may go out on Friday and do my grocery shopping, because they're saying some stores may actually close on Saturday, because a lot of the SNAP recipients are saying that they're just going to all go in the store and
And
just maybe just
yeah,
grab some
but did
things,
you see
because
in
there's
one of these states they actually went and looted the actual
yeah,
store?
that's what
Oh,
they're saying. They're
Did
going
you
to
see
loot
that?
the stores, because they're saying
yeah, I
they
saw
said
that.
they have to eat. They're saying they have to eat. That what can they do? So they're saying, and then some of the stores are saying that they may just be closed and they may only have online orders that you can do. So I mean,
Yeah,
we don't really know what's going to happen. So I was telling my mom, I said, I'm going to just go and just fill up. I'm going to get a lot of meat. I'm going to get my stock my freezer on in my refrigerator on Friday, because I really don't know what to expect this weekend. And
yeah. You
again,
better
just
watch it. And you if you and even if you do stuff like grocery delivery, they are stealing groceries off your porch. Pirate those porch pirates. You ordering packages. You better be actually home, because leaving stuff on a porch may not even be a good option these days.
yeah,
In
you're
the
right.
upcoming months. So
Absolutely, you're
it's
right.
just a lot of different things that we got to keep in
Yeah,
mind.
when people get hungry, and that's the thing that people are saying online, when you put people in a situation where they're hungry, you don't know what this is going to lead to. So I hope the government really thinks about this, because they do have the funds. So I hope that they don't put people in this type of situation
Yeah,
where it leads them to being hungry and they feel like they have to do desperate things to feed their
yeah,
children.
yeah. Yeah, so I know that this is just a different time, and even just traveling during these times is an opportunity for us to really be aware of what's around us, and just sensitive. I'm just going to say be sensitive, just because it's not happening to you. And I think that's the problem with our government now, because they don't see the impact, because they have the money, it doesn't impact them. They don't see what's going on in the community and around them. And as we go from state to state, and you're seeing all of these different people, you're traveling about and you're thinking, oh, I'm going here to try this new restaurant and do all this other stuff, but there are people that are sitting there waiting for someone to rob, or waiting for someone to ask, hey, can you help me? Are you going to be prepared to give money, or give some funds to someone who's not available, don't have funds available? So I definitely feel like traveling is also becoming a beacon for us to kind of be aware that across the United States there are people who are in need, and we
Hmm.
got to be sensitive about it. That's what
Yeah.
my thought. This is my thought about it. I don't know. All righty then. I guess we will have to continue on, and we're going to continue traveling. I don't think we have a lot of traveling going on in the next week or so.
No, and we're being very mindful about the traveling that we are doing, and we definitely are planning some community service, because we want to do what we can do to help.
Yep. Yep.
And I do know, Tina, just like you brought up HEB. HEB definitely said that they are
Oh yeah.
that they're going to be doing stuff to help the community.
Yeah, yeah, I think
And
I
so
know they
maybe we can do something with them, or I know we can do something with one of the groceries. If we just do nothing but go to one of the grocery stores and
and
get some
pack up,
food and take it to the
yeah,
food
pack up,
bank.
yep, or something. Because
Yvette, did you have anything?
No, I don't. I'm good.
yeah. All righty. Well, ladies, I guess we will catch y'all again next week, and happy travels and be safe.
Well, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
Not a word about the bangs?
The smartest Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Ready to go? At Metro Transit, we are.
With more routes to more places, easy ways to pay, and more convenient options, we're ready to go further. Go easier. Go faster. Go, go, go. And go. We're ready to go. Are you?
When she walked in on her first day at Doherty Family College at the University of St. Thomas, she didn't know a soul.
I'm Zion, and I'm a second year at DFC.
A year later, and so many changes for Zion.
I love my friends here. I couldn't do anything without them. We support each other all the time.
At Doherty Family College, Zion also finds support on the academic side. Like all DFC students, Zion can count on a team committed to her success. Doherty Family College is Minnesota's affordable private college option. DFC students earn their associate's degree and then can transition to a 4-year college or university for their bachelor's. Many are students of color or first in their family to go to college.
It's nice to see people that look like you pursuing an education, wanting to succeed academically.
Zion encourages any high school student looking for a college home to do what she did and apply to Doherty Family College.
All the support you could need is here.
Ready to make your move and experience Doherty Family College for yourself? Then schedule your visit to the Minneapolis campus at dfc.stthomas.edu/visit.